Where do we start? I know where we start. Okay. I'm gonna I'm gonna check that homework file. I remember something Pekko said. This is months ago. Okay. And Pekko said he needs 1 day at the track to do this. Let's see. Um, where are we? Here we go. Okay, do you see my screen? Okay. So this is the course material. And remember up top, here's the unique content for the coaching. So the videos are here. Actually, there's one meeting archive missing, 3B. Need to upload that. And then here, right here, we have a homework file. So it's a Google document. And there's also a video that we've done discussing the document and how to do the tests and all of that. So you can watch it there. That you can download an Excel file also. But if you use the Google document, then your comments are saved here. Everyone can see them and we can go through them. The idea is that we all try the same changes. Same basic ride height changes, droop, camber, toe, shock coil, springs, anti-roll bars. Then next level, kick up anti-squat, axle height, arm height on the inside, upper link, length on hub, upper link on tower. And once we've all done this, we will have a really good understanding of what these changes do to the car. Now, as I mentioned, Pekko said he just needs 1 day to do these first first tests. So let's go see his feedback. Okay, yeah. So, there's a lot of feedback here. Clearly, I mean, more than just Pekko's. Amazing. Yeah, see, we have his name here at least, but nothing more. So what happened, Pekko?
Hey, you know what? I was going to do this, but I didn't have access to this website.
You didn't have access.
Yeah,
This is
exactly.
actually
said-
an
Same excuse I
amazing.
give my teacher.
Wait, this is an amazing segue into one of the topics of today, which is attitude and mindset. Okay, we're gonna prepare you now for next season. Hopefully most of you stick around. I know this year we failed a bit. We've only had 5 meetings. We were supposed to do them at least every month. That's on me. That's my fault. I dropped the ball. But now we have a plan for next year. We have a defined season, February to September. But of course, we will try to be active throughout. But we'll have a February to September season. And what we'll do to make sure that we actually get through this is we will break it down to just one thing at a time. So we will all just go to the track and try ride height. And we're going to stick to that until, not everyone, but at least a good amount of you have been to the track and done this exercise. Weeks or a month, and that's how long it takes. But we are going to start going through this, making sure that you actually do these changes for yourself, and then you fill in your results here in the feedback sheet, because this is really important. I'm going to be strict on this. I'm going to force you to do it. That does include Pekko. And when you start doing this, you'll notice that 1 day at the track is not enough. not if you want to do it properly. Okay, so anyway,
I
we
think
will.
when we did our practice day, and I think most of the guys only did ride height, and I think we were there for what, 4 hours? Chris, would
Yeah.
you say?
Yeah, it was about 4 hours. We did ride height, toe, and camber. But sorry, sir, we didn't upload our results. We downloaded onto the spreadsheet, so I need to upload into the Google Doc.
At least someone's done something then. That's good. Okay. Also, for most of these, it's not even just as simple as this. Like, oh, try these ride heights. You can try different ride heights than these also. But in addition to that, if you go from 27-27 to 23-23, really you should readjust your camber, your roll centers, your bump steer. There's a whole number of things that you may need to readjust to actually gain the benefit of the ride height change you made. So that's the next level, the more advanced tests that we can do. But we at least need to start with this. And I think when we break it down and we have more regular meetings and we stay in touch on a weekly basis during the season, then we are going to be able to get through this. But back to the nice segue that Pekko provided. So I once made a YouTube video. It's in the course material too. It's something like five ways to go faster for $0. And it's all about things that you can change up here in your noggin. And number one was actually what Pekko just did. He made an excuse. And it's very normal. We all do this. But if we want to make the most of our racing, then eliminating excuses is a really good first step to start improving. Because when you make excuses, you shift blame onto someone else or onto your equipment or whatever you can think of to blame. That means that in your mind, it's not your fault and you don't need to change anything or improve to do better. So you're really fooling yourself if you do that. So number one, try to remember or try to notice anytime you catch yourself making an excuse. You might think that you are giving a reason for whatever happened, you crashing or you not making the main at the race or not doing as well as you wanted. You might be thinking that you are giving a reason, but more than likely, it is an excuse to avoid accountability. The sooner you can really internalize this message, the better. Because when you do, you will start improving faster. Then, the second point is self-awareness. Now, this meeting, there are not so many Americans here, so let's see who's here. Okay, mainly Australians. Someone from New Zealand, I see. Slower Toya. I know it says fastest Toya there, but
you can't read. That's his fastest Toya.
I think you mixed up your webcams or something. Anyway, this is a global problem, really, lack of self-awareness. But based on my travels, I've noticed that this is the biggest, like most prominent in America, this thing. So if you don't have self-awareness, you don't really know how good you are. You might think that I'm the next world champion, and you just started racing 2 weeks ago. And if your opinion of yourself is really far removed from your actual skill level, then you won't be able to do the right things in order to improve. So self-awareness is really important. So you need to be realistic. You need to understand what you are good at and what you need to work on. And that doesn't mean that you should limit yourself or not set big goals or dream of becoming world champion. That's not what I'm saying. You definitely can have the goal of being world champion. That should be something that in your mind is realistic. But you have to know that at this moment, how far are you from that goal? That's what I mean by self-awareness. You have to realize that actually, I've never even won a club race. So right now, I'm not one of the best drivers in the world, but I can be. And these are the things I need to improve to get there. So no excuses, take accountability, and have self-awareness. Understand your own skill level and your own limits. Then, number 3. This is actually one that Pekko is good at. Okay? So if he suffers in the excuses department, this is like Pekko's strength. Okay? Making the most of the equipment you have. It's very easy for people, and this is linked to excuses, I would say. You have a car, you're at a race, you aren't doing too well. What do? Do you think about your driving or how you could make changes to the setup to go faster? Or do you say, nah, I think that other car is faster, it's better. Clearly, it looks so much better on the track. This car, it's just not good enough. Or these tires I have, they're just too slow. Or this or that or whatever. So always, whatever you're running, car, tires, engine, whatever you have, make the most of that. Don't worry about the other stuff, okay? Don't worry about someone else going fast with different tires or a different wing or a different this or a different that. Worry about what you actually have. You have this car, these tires. Make that work. Focus your energy on maximizing the potential of what you have. Yes, sometimes it can be good to look at what other people are doing, like they are running a different compound or a different tire, and maybe that can help you. That's true. But don't let it affect you too much. Focus on your own thing, the equipment you have, and maximize the performance of that. When it comes to tires, sometimes you can cut some pins or glue them or hold the phone. Or if maybe you need to adjust, modify something, add shims here, do this, do that. That's where Pekko is really good because he runs many different classes. He has experience from touring car, 10 scale off-road, 8 scale off-road. So if he's stuck, he needs something, he thinks, oh, actually, in touring car, we do this, or in 10 scale off-road, we do this when we have this issue. And then, well, I can't do that on my car. Okay, well, you know what? I have a Dremel. I'm going to make that possible. So make the most of the equipment you actually have instead of looking outwards and trying to find an excuse for your lack of pace. Any comments so far? All good? Tim is looking depressed now. He was confused first, now now he got depressed.
You need to fix your internet.
Really?
It's been a long couple of weeks, buddy. It's been a long couple of weeks.
Oh, you know what happened? Because I'm charging my phone. I think it switched to my phone's internet.
Yeah, I guess it's a bit laggy.
Is it better now?
Probably take some time.
Let's see.
We can't. He can no longer keep blaming the janky Finnish internet because Pekko's here, nice, crisp, clean. It's now
Hey, we should
Jakey's
we should have one of the best internets in Finland. I don't know what
Yeah.
he's doing.
Is it better now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was charging my phone through the laptop. Maybe it connected to my phone's internet. Do I have to repeat what I just said?
No.
No.
Good. No? Okay, so do you have any thoughts so far about excuses, self-awareness, making the most of what you have? Pekko, do you have anything?
No, I don't have any excuses.
No excuses, but have you learned anything over the last couple of years that's relevant to these three first points?
Well, for sure.
Why would you like to share some wisdom?
I don't know. We always get to the argument with JQ that stop making excuses. It's like almost every race.
Yeah.
Is that sometimes like actually at China when we were driving touring car, he was blaming me that I crashed when my car cut out, and I was like, I know I didn't do this. It just crashed on his own, and he was like, no, stop making excuses. And then my car went full throttle to the wall, and I said, yeah, see,
Yeah,
it wasn't me.
then it was obvious. Well, because I was marshalling right where it happened, and it was like accelerating onto the back straight, and it just looked like he just gassed it too much, and the car wasn't straight, and he hit the wall. So it looked like such a rookie mistake. But then, yeah, obviously he had some radio issues, something. Yeah. Anyone else? Any thoughts?
I want to know what it is, Pecco, with your first couple of rounds of qualifying at whatever event you go to, your qualifying is average, but when your back is to the wall and you need to actually pull your finger out of your ass and do something, you can actually do it. So where is that at the beginning?
Exactly. I would also like to know this.
Well, I don't know the answer for that.
Okay. Next point. What did we have? We had excuses, self-awareness, making the most out of your equipment. Okay. Then point number 4. Extremely important also. You need to not only focus on what you have and make the most out of that. You need to set the car up for yourself. It's very common that people go online and they look for the latest setup of whatever professional top driver. And to be honest, well, first of all, most of them lie on the setup sheets. They don't actually put the real setup that they are running. That's one. It's true. They actually do that. I never do. Sometimes there's something that I can't put there because it's not available. But even then, I put the best option that you can run, and sometimes even write in the notes that I'm running something different, but you should run this. But many brands, they I don't know why really, but they don't really share the setups they run. They share something else, and sometimes that something else is so off that it won't even work, which that doesn't make any sense to me why they would do that. But even in a case where you have a setup that is accurate and it's for a top driver, let's say it's for David Ronnefalk, or it's for, who's even a better example, like Ongaro. Ongaro would be a good example. Chances are that if you drove their car, you couldn't get around the track. So then if you are trying to put their setup on your car, it's not really going to help you, because the very best drivers in the world, they are very highly skilled. And some of them have very personal and unique driving styles, which require a personal and unique setup. And most likely that's not going to work for you. So you need to have a good base setup from the factory, like the Mayako. The stock setup is really good. And you start with that. And then that's kind of the purpose of the homework. By trying these different settings, you start to understand which ones you prefer, and you set the car up for yourself, for your own driving, your own track conditions, your own skill level. And that's how you can be the most comfortable and how you can get the best results. Yes? Are we all on board with that? Some of us, though, for example, Tim, kind of beyond help in a sense. So, so then setting the car up, Tim setting the car up for himself, or him just copying any random setup, I think the result would pretty much be the same. Would you agree, Tim? So
I followed
there's
your
always,
setup for Manila,
yeah,
and I did not touch my car at all from setting that setup for the whole entire time I was in Manila. I didn't blow it down. I didn't dust it off. I didn't do anything. The car sat there after each race, perfect.
nice. So yes,
Still didn't help my driving.
yeah, of course, and this is the last point, of course, in racing, driving cars, the most important thing is your actual driving, right? So the actual inputs in the radio, the actual way you drive the car, that trumps everything. One annoying thing which people say is, oh, well, Mayfield could win with a shoebox, or Ongaro could win with whatever. Like the car doesn't matter. Like the best drivers would just win. And that's not true. They could maybe beat that person making the comment. That's true. Or maybe they could go to a local race in New Zealand and beat one of the Toyas. But if they went to a big race and they had a car that doesn't work, they are not going to win. So just recently, 10 scale World Championships, for example, there wasn't a single X-ray in the two-wheel drive main, I believe, right? And then a lot of people were saying how, oh my God, no, X-ray made the main, and talking about that. But then these same people talk about drivers like Ronne Falk, or who else do they have? Fend, and say that, oh, they could win with anything. Well, which is it? If they can't even make the main at the World Championships, but then they could also just win with anything. Clearly, like, both can't be true. So reality is that all drivers of all skill levels, they need to have a car that works for them. They need to set it up for themselves, and then they can have the best possible result. But even then, they still have to drive the thing. They still have to perform. And one thing that I struggle with, at least back when I cared about my racing and was practicing a lot and trying to do well, was that when I tried to go faster, I would actually go slower. Now, that sounds a bit silly, but doing a really clean lap around the track, slowing down in time and staying on the right racing line, maintaining your corner speed, that's the way to go fast. Slowing down a bit, staying smooth, maintaining your speed. That's a fast lap. And then to try and go faster, if you start entering corners faster, braking later, being harder on the throttle, pushing the car more, very often you'll actually go slower because you stop more in corners, you don't maintain corner speed as well, your line choice isn't as good. So it's very important to practice with lap times and then have immediate feedback. So immediately after a lap, you hear the lap time and then consciously understand how you drive when you do your best lap times. And for many drivers, when they try to go faster, when they start pushing, actually they go slower. So then you have to learn how to take extra risks and push more and go faster. Maybe Pekko can talk a bit about this, because this is one thing that we have talked about in the past, and also on the headset sometimes I have mentioned to him that he's overdriving, and then that try to go faster by being more precise instead of pushing more. So Pekko, why don't you talk a bit about this, about learning how to feel a fast lap time and then how to go faster when you need to.
Yeah, I think like now, especially when the tracks are higher grip, the way of driving is a bit different, I would say. And like, for example, that's why touring car has been really good practice for this kind of conditions. And like, for example, if the track is super loose and you super loose, bumpy or something like that, you can punch it a bit and still get a good lap time. But when driving on a higher grip track, which is smooth and quite like open, it will really play that you really need to be smooth with your steering and a throttle and just be precise. And sometimes actually, like, you feel that you're going super slow, you will make your fastest laps. So yeah, this has happened many times with me and JQ when he is on the mic and I'm driving a bit over and shooting the corners too much, and then he says calm down, and then next lap will be the best lap. So sometimes just when you're doing laps, you do laps that you feel that they are like super slow. They're just you do precise corners, everything perfect, but you take like 20% off from your driving. So you will just take it easy and see what the lap times are. Sometimes the lap times will be way faster actually. So I think when you're practicing, this will be a good thing to note that, okay, maybe I will calm down a bit and do a couple laps and see what the lap times are. And usually they would be faster. And then there is also another step, like when you're pushing and you're pushing too much, but then you could under pressure when you really have to do the best lap of the whole race, you will push even more, and that could give you the best lap, but it won't be consistent. But at that time, you can still manage to do the best lap. So also that is good to practice, to just punch it way too much and see what you can do. But basically, first step would be calming down a bit and then see what you can do when you're driving like that. So what is the lap time difference? And sometimes it's also good test on lower grip tracks that you just go precise all the corners and see what the lap times are. Usually also that is faster. But yeah, it's something that, like, when you test it, you will feel that, oh, I felt that I was going super slow, but oh, the lap time is like half a second faster. And you're like, oh, maybe I should try more like this and see what it does.
Anyone else have any comments to any of these things we've spoken about?
Yeah, a lot of time when people think of overdriving, you think of throttle, using too much throttle. But I found a lot of times I'm overdriving with the steering. You know, you go through a fast sweeping corner and you generate more steering by using less steering throw. Yeah, it's really counterintuitive, but using less steering generates more steering in a way, lets the car work.
Yeah, also how fast you turn. So if you turn the wheel too far and too fast, then the car may push. And if you turn less or smoother, then the tires maintain traction and the car can turn more. Sometimes it's a case like that. Some drivers who, like, let's say I try someone's car and it feels that like it has a ton of steering, too much for me. But then when I watch them drive it, it doesn't look that way. And that's because I don't turn the wheel so fast and aggressively. I turn it smooth and sort of feel how the car turns. And then I watch them and they're like almost going full lock immediately. So it looks really aggressive the way they drive. Kanas actually is like that, or at least now recently, maybe a bit less, or maybe he's still that way. I haven't seen now this year him that much, but he's one of those drivers that when you watch him drive that, it's like his tires are full lock or straight. So there's not one right way to drive, but maybe there's one right way for you to drive. So each of us, we have some way of driving that we prefer. And again, this is one reason why setups are personal. Anything else? We are making some Mayako clothing and also some bags. You know, like the tool bag for the setup tools. And various other bags also, you know, tool bags and radio bags and car bags. And we'll make some Mayako branded also. See, I have some pictures here. I'll show you. There we go. Okay, do you see the screen? Okay, so these are the Invisible Speed branded bags. And then we'll also have Mayako ones and can get your names on them also. So we'll kind of organize a pre-order to see who wants bags and which bag you want, and then get your names that you want onto them. Let's see if I can upload to this folder. Show you the Mayako version. I can put it in Discord. I'll put it in the YMP chat. So for the Mayako versions, do you think that the bag should just be plain black with logos on them? Or should it have a faint pattern to it? Some kind of pattern? What's your opinion? We'll be using these sort of youth mentoring program, Mayako, Invisible Speed, these logos for the bags. Main logo, Mayako, but then all of these three also on them. And then your name, if you want. But what's your opinion on that
Plain
sort of
black.
background? Plain black or any kind of pattern?
Plain black.
So we have plain black.
Thing that Miyako has done has been plain black. So if we're going to carry on with the theme of what we've done, I think staying plain black would be the best option.
Ryan
Yeah.
says no way. He wants the designs on them.
Yeah, I think designs
He
as
says
well.
you're crazy if you go plain black.
Maybe we have to. We have a members meeting after this. Mayako members meeting after this. We can put a poll up, I think, on Discord. Put some pictures up, and then people can vote. How about that? I was actually kind of for the plain black also with just the logos. Okay, any questions or comments? How's that VRC championship going, Pekko?
The race is still up.
The race is still on. The first one, yeah.
It's there, yeah.
I'm gonna join. Can I join?
Yeah, you can join.
Okay, I need to join. I set the best lap. Who has the best lap and result?
Guess,
You.
of course.
Do the Toyas do VRC?
But
yeah,
it was
they
not
do.
perfect.
His mic's not working.
It was not perfect, so it's beatable. But
Logan's a VRC nerd.
I think JQ won't beat it.
The what? 8 minute
My time in VRC. Yeah, not gonna happen.
Did you do 8 minute times or 5 minutes?
Yeah, 8 minute runs.
Okay.
Maybe if you do all the 7 weeks in China, only VRC, maybe then you could.
Okay, I'll start today. My training starts today.
For 40 plus euros. Hey, you need to apply.
You don't have enough time for VRC. You got so much other shit to do.
I do actually have many things. By the way, I'm very happy about this car. Do you see I have green nuts? Oh, yeah.
Did you get the ultimate green package?
Yeah.
Did you get some for me?
No.
No? Oh my god.
No, I have some extra. A whole bag of green goodies. Oh, yeah. This car is actually the one that we just put on the website, the MPC 25 regional model. So I'm building it and I'm going to run it in China. We had a few sort of old mismatched kits and parts and stuff, so we threw together this kit because we ran out of nitro kits anyway. So it has the latest aluminium towers, and it has the new hubs, C hubs. So it has the red ring in here. You can run universals. I put universals on because I prefer them. It has the insert here for the C hub, the latest A block with the carbon piece inside, universals center, the F8 chassis, so the standard length chassis. Engraved 2025. So yeah, it's a good car, definitely. Good value. So if you do need a car for the new season, then it's a viable option. It's not outdated. Okay, now we need to change the channel. NPC meeting. Tim, are you going to talk actively there, or do I have to do it?
If you want me to, I've got the talking points I sent you last night still. So
Okay. Cool.
The only thing that we said from last night that we're going to do, that we will be doing for existing members, as JQ mentioned, that this hasn't gone as planned as what we wanted, and we haven't had as many meetings as what we wanted. We will be sending out an email to existing drivers who are already on the program to see whether you want to continue with the program. If you do, the invisible speed course will not be 99 euros. It'll be 59 euros for you for those people coming back around. But you'll get that and your offers and all that sort of stuff as per the agreements we've got in place. If you think you're at a situation where the offer that you had this year isn't where you're at, or things have changed, by all means speak to me and I can speak with the powers that be, and we can work out what we're going to do with everyone and everything else moving forward. But that's really about the only thing that we hadn't discussed from our talking points for here.
Yeah. I think that the first year was, even though it wasn't really exactly what we wanted, it was still really good. So the launch of this youth mentoring program was still a success, I would say, because everyone understands the concept. So we have a bunch of drivers now around the world, different countries, different cultures, different languages, different tracks, but the idea is the same. So more experienced drivers who are mentors, younger drivers who are up and coming in the racing. And the goal is for Mayako to provide the products and the information and knowledge so that we make it easier for people to progress in their racing. So the mentors have more fun with this hobby because they learn also. They have new products or new cars, new parts to test and practice and race with. And also locally, they can support young drivers progress. So I think that the idea is good. Now we just have to build a better structure around it. We need more people involved so that we can have consistent activity throughout the year. And I think that the second year will be much better than the first. More activity, more consistently. And like I said before, the homework thing, we're definitely going to do it. We're just going to break it down more so it's manageable steps. The VRC thing, Pekko, it's going to have to be a thing, really. And yeah, we're going to make some clothing and bags and merchandise to promote and brand this program even more. And we'll post on Discord about that so you can get your names on the stuff if you want to. Cool.
I'll be in control of scheduling so JQ can actually have a calendar to follow.
Yeah, I just need to show up when he tells me to. Probably a bit late, but so approximately.
We don't expect anything different.
Actually, now the NPC meeting was supposed to start a minute ago, so need to go. Okay, it's been emotional.
Yeah.
I don't know when the next one is. We'll talk on Discord.
February.
Oh, we'll do something before then.
Do a Christmas one.
I don't know. We'll keep you posted. Cool.
Hey, can I say, even though
Yeah.
it's you're beating yourselves up a little bit because you say it's not been perfect, you've been finding your feet and it's still been awesome.
Yeah.
Like we've I'm sure everybody's learned a lot. We've all learned a lot, and next year will be even better. It's been
Well,
good.
thank you. I appreciate that. Good
No
to hear.
worries.
I think if anything, it's built a community and everyone talks to each other and helps each other. So if anything, it's built that.
Yeah, that's good.
Hey, it was good enough to convince me.
Yeah. Now we have 2 toys to deal with.
No, it's just I'm can help deal with Dylan now, so
Okay.
make your life easier.
Okay, thank you. Cool. Okay, see you in the other one
Soon.
if you join. Yep. Bye.